whisper about my Blue Yeti Nano. So my Blue Yeti Nano is gorgeous. So the sound quality in this video is going to jump around a lot as I show you things, and basically plug and unplug my microphone. So most of this video will have poor audio, probably. I haven't really thought about how I'm going to do this, so it's going to be a bit of a make it up as I go along sort of show and tell, I suppose, all about my Blue Yeti Nano. Now, don't make loud noises, Ben. Okay, so the setup that I've got, I'll just talk really quickly about that, is that I've got a Canon EOS 70D, which is how you are looking at me right now. That's where you are in a Canon EOS 70D. So that's you. You're on an 18 to 55mm lens. It's just the base lens that came with the camera for this, and I use a laptop, which is a, what is it, NVIDIA? 1 second, it's a Dell. It's some sort of touchscreen Dell fancy NVIDIA i7 Dell laptop that I use, and the software on that I use is called Audacity, and it seems really easy and cheap, so it's free, I believe. So that's why I use it, and then I edit on the expensive one. What's it called? Adobe Premiere Pro. I edit in Premiere Pro. Not that I do a lot with that. I could use something a lot simpler, but I have that one, so of course I'm going to use it. So that's that, and then I bought a Blue Yeti Nano, which I bought off eBay from some store. I can't remember. I can't even remember how much it cost. It was under $200. It was like $150 or something, or less. Honestly, I can't remember. It was only like 6 months ago that I got this, and I still have no idea. But I bought it because I've heard the Blue Yetis are amazing, and I've listened to other ASMR artists who use Blue Yetis, and I chose the Nano just because it was small and compact and just plug and play USB microphone. So I'm just going to unplug it now. And I've got just my iPhone earphones, my iPhone earplugs, sound phones. I have those just plugged into the actual Blue Yeti itself, so I can hear my voice as you guys are hearing it. Right, so I will just unplug it now so that you can see the difference. Let me just make sure I'm not unplugging my mouse. Yeah, so if I unplug that now, Audacity is going to freak out. It's going to stop. Audacity, can you hear me? Audacity is going to stop recording because I unplugged my Blue Yeti. I just plugged it. I didn't even stop at first. That's probably quite bad form. Hopefully it's still responding when I plug it back in. So this is the normal USB cable that comes with the Blue Yeti Nano, and the Nano is this big. This is him. He's got some blue tack here holding on his little label because the label fell off. Maybe that's because I bought it off eBay, but it was new when I bought it, so I don't know. But it's got another label at the back here, Blue Yeti, so who knows, might be a scam. But it's nice, it's small, it comes with this stand that I use because I never got another stand. Yeah, so this lights up green, and I'll just plug it back in to show you that. There's a little 2 different settings on the back. Yeah, so I'll just plug that back in. I should probably have it up so you can see, but we'll just be really noisy and just handle it, yeah? Okay, so if I just plug that back in now, back into the USB, and I can hear myself perfectly now. So I will start recording in Audacity again. Okay, so now I have shown you the thing, the cord, and how it plugs in. I will now pick it up very sensitive microphone. It's a very sensitive microphone. You can hear my hand holding it. You can just hear that. But you can hear the cords moving around underneath. So this, I got the red one because I thought it was blue and I thought it'd be funny. So when you can hear me and it's recording, it goes green. And if I click this, it'll mute the microphone. It'll mute the microphone and go red. So then when I want it unmuted again, I just click, and then there we have it. It's back on again. Right. So on the back here, it has two little options. Let me just read what they are. So it's the pattern of the whisper Anna, whisper span, whisper span, whisper span. It's the pattern of where the recording comes from. So this first one, if I put it on the first one, so this one at the moment, it is 360. So you can hear it at the front, at both sides, and at the back. But if I click it once, you shouldn't be able to hear me very well because I'm not at the front or the sides. So if I talk around in a circle, you can hear it's picking up better on this side a lot more, but then not very much on this side. So the back, with this light on, I'll show you the light, I'll show you the light, I'll show you the light. With this light on, it means whoop, 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 whoop. It means that it's not picking up the sound from behind the microphone, only from in front of the microphone. But if I press that little button onto that side, it means it's picking up all the way around the microphone, which is the one I leave it on because I like to do hand sounds behind. And sometimes I have it on the wrong setting and I'm like, what's going on? Yeah, so that's basically all I do is I plug this in to the USB port. I put my earphones into the bottom of it. The USB port just plugs into the bottom as well, on the opposite side to the earphones. And then I place that rather close to me. And I hope that everything else in the world is quiet because it will hear it. It hears my mum. It hears the interference from my phone. We'll just turn on airplane mode and throw it across the room. Oh yes, so it hears when my mum is doing washing up or pottering about. Sometimes it picks up her TV, but not as often. It hears every time somebody walks through the door just out there. So I have to really plan when my family are being quiet as to when I can film, which doesn't always work out because sometimes I'm not very good at planning. Always. Yeah, so it will, if I just talk normally 2 rooms that way, then it will pick it up and hear it. So that's always fun to play with. But I forgot. There's a software program. I can't remember what it's called. Something funny. Because it's the Blue Yeti. So if you go into the Blue app, there's an app. You can get an app. So it's called like Snowball or something. No, so it's just Sherpa. That's right. So there's a program called Sherpa that you can get for free when you buy a Blue Yeti microphone, and it has it'll have the different microphones that you have. If you have more than one Blue Yeti, which I don't, I only have the Nano, and you can change the gain of the microphone in here. So there's also this button here also spins, and you can turn it up really loud, or you can turn it down a little bit too, but I think that's just the sound of the volume in my earphones. I'm not sure it actually has any effect on the recording, so we'll just place that back down again. I like to have it quite high so I can hear exactly what I'm recording, if that makes sense. Right, so in the Sherpa Yeti Nano mic settings, you can go in there and it'll have mic gain, and I've got it set on 100 because I like to pick up all of the tiny little bits of my mouth and stuff. You can have it a little bit lower and get a little bit less background noise, but also a little bit less things. So that's 95. You can hear the wind quite well. So this is 95, 100. See how you can just sort of hear that a little bit more. You can hear it a little bit more, everything. Whereas if you put it down to like 60, you can't hear anything. Like it just doesn't sound as nice at all. If you put up to 76, not so great. 87, getting there, starting to feel a little bit more open. 95, good. But 100, that's what I like. I like that technique. I think it sounds better and more like what I imagine USB, what I imagine which I don't know what that does. So it's set on 45, I think it is. I just moved it. I'll set it to 45. I don't know what playback does. But yeah, I just muted it and unmuted it, so who knows what that just did. Yeah, but from there you can also change the cardioid, and the omni, which are the two settings on the back that I was talking about the 360, none at the back, and then the omni, which has it at the back. So they're the two different modes, which you can also set from inside the app, but I like to do it on the actual Blue Yeti myself. Yeah, so that is literally all I do. I'm just going to close that Sherpa technology now. But yeah, so all I do, whoops, I'm going to pick it up again. So literally all I do with this baby is make sure it's on that dot, the circle, make sure it's on the circle at the back, make sure this is green, and then, you know, I'm good to go. I just leave it like that. I just plug it in and play, just plug it and play, plug it and play, and it, I think it does a good job. I think it's really, really good, and it's very simple and basic and easy, which is exactly what I need, because I know nothing about audio or recording or anything like that. So I just needed the most basic, easy to use ASMR sounding microphone I could get. So I chose this easy one, and I am very, 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 very happy with it. One day I'm gonna get one that has, you know, like the different ears, but I feel like I'm a long way off that at the moment, to have like the actual left and right sounds coming out of each speaker. I'm not, you know, it's gonna be a while before I get to that, I think, but for the moment this is the best microphone I could possibly want, and I love him. I feel like he's a little robot that I have that just helps me with my channel. Yeah, I feel like we work together. Alright, so I'll just pop him down now. I feel like the background noises have gone up, but that could just be because it got windier. Yeah, so I don't know what else to talk about with the setup of my Blue Yeti mic, other than the stand is really basic, and I need to often get it up higher, to stack it on books to get it up higher at my like height and stuff. So getting a different, like an arm, a mic stand arm would probably be really good. Would probably be a good idea. Probably be a good idea, because the one it comes with is a little bit just short, really. And the microphone itself is quite small and compact, which is nice because I have a laptop, so I didn't want anything too big and burly to go with that in case I need to take it places. Yeah. So that's basically my setup. I use Audacity to edit the sound, and then I just export that as a WAV into Premiere Pro, and I edit in there. I do know that there are things you can do in Audacity to lower background sounds and settings it should be on, but I feel like I set that up so long ago that I don't even know how to talk about it anymore. And I used to do a noise profile while I would just sit quietly for 10 seconds. Also, and then I would take that and then minimize the sound in that, so that the profile would be at a bass that was less noisy for background noise, and would cut out that background noise without affecting everything else. But I haven't been doing that recently. I find in ASMR that background white noise can actually, people quite like that. So I haven't been bothering with that extra step of editing and just trying to get these things out as quickly as possible. Sorry, too noisy. So yeah, it picks up hand sounds really well, which is like really subtle. You can tap from quite far away. That's what the noise was. It was the computer thinking. So the thinking of the computer picks up on the microphone quite a lot. Yeah, but I don't know. So that's it. I hope that this was in some way, if not relaxing, was not informative nor relaxing. Anyway, this was a request. This was I've just been like, well, what am I gonna say? And then I realized, well, I could just say how easy and simple it is, that you just plug it in,